So I pre-twist round about halfway. So I'm not going to pre-twist this all the way down to the ends, just keeping a little bit more halfway. Around the root here, it will start to tighten. You'll naturally want to start to coil around there, okay? So what I do is I just press with my index finger. So I'm holding the hair on my left hand side. With my right hand, I'm just going to use my index finger and press down just center of the Bantu knot here, and then I'll coil that around, okay? So I'm just going to loosen that a little bit because I'm mindful that it might pull a little bit more tightly around the root area here. So I just loosen that just slightly. So I press that down and then I wrap this around. So when you start to coil this around, you want to keep this part of the hair quite low to the scalp. So you don't want to raise it up and pre-twist while it's raised up. It's naturally going to coil on top, but we want the coiling to happen underneath, okay? So that's why I keep this nice and low. So wrap this around and then I wrap this under. So you're coiling, your first coil will sit at the top, the second part that coils will coil under, not on top. So I keep this close to the scalp. So you notice my fingers are kept close to the head and it's not raised away from the head, okay? So I pre-twist again, keeping that nice and smooth. If you need to comb the hair to make sure that it's nice and smooth, then by all means stop and do that, okay? And then we'll coil underneath again. So you notice when I coil under, I hold my coil here so that it just keeps it secure and in position. And then I continue to pre-twist. Towards the ends there, it might feel a little bit dry, so I'm going to put more of my cream towards the ends of the hair and then just smooth that down, okay? And then coil under. Continue the process. Again, pre-twisting first, keeping that tension, okay? Coil under. As I get to the end here, so I've got a little bit of hair left, as you can see. It's very tempting to just take this hair and then just wrap it around. But when you do that, what's going to happen is when you do your twist out, it's going to have a fish hook effect on the ends of the hair because you didn't do your pre-twisting. So you want to maintain that. I pre-twist even to the very, very last parts of the ends of the hair there. So pre-twist and then we'll wrap that under. You pre-twist and that last little bit of hair, we're just going to really tuck that in just underneath, making sure that it's really tucked in and it's not just sticking out, okay?